Cuba's secret alliance. China's spy facility threatens U.S. interests. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another mind-blowing video on our channel. Today, we have an incredibly important topic to discuss that has been making headlines recently. We're diving into the alarming news about the installation of a Chinese spy facility in Cuba, and let me tell you, this is some serious stuff. So buckle up and get ready to be informed. In early June, the Wall Street Journal dropped a bombshell report revealing a mind-boggling deal worth several billions of dollars between China and Cuba. And you won't believe what it involves. They are setting up a signals and electronics intelligence collection facility on the western end of the island, about 160 kilometers away from the U.S. mainland. Can you imagine the implications of this move? It's like a flashback to the infamous Cuban Missile Crisis back in 1962 when the Soviet Union placed nuclear missiles in Cuba. And guess what? The Soviets also had an intelligence collection base on the island. Coincidence? I think not. Now, according to Dr. Evan Ellis of the Center for Strategic and International Studies, this deal seems to be an extension of a previous agreement between China and Cuba. Back at the turn of the millennium, China reportedly gained access to Soviet-era ELINT listening facilities in Lourdes and possibly in Santiago. So this is not something new, guys. China has been working on expanding its intelligence capabilities for a while now. But here's where things get really concerning. The facility that China is setting up in Cuba is within reach of several critical U.S. military and intelligence facilities. We're talking about Guantanamo Bay, the Joint Intelligence Operations Coordination Center, the FBI Miami Field Office, the U.S. Southern Command, and even U.S. Central Command based in Tampa. This is like a nightmare for U.S. national security. Imagine China using this station as a beachhead for collecting vital information against the United States. The implications are massive. At first, all parties involved denied the allegations, with the U.S., Chinese, and Cuban officials categorically denying the existence of such a facility. But guess what? The White House has now admitted that the deal is, in fact, real. They revealed that China has been operating the facility since 2019, expanding its intelligence reach within the hemisphere. And hold your breath for this one, guys. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken still went on an official visit to China. Can you believe it? We're in the middle of a spy facility scandal, and they go ahead with a diplomatic visit. What are they thinking? Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. This spy facility in Cuba is not an isolated incident. China has been busy setting up intelligence facilities in Latin America for quite some time now. Remember the Chinese surveillance balloon that traveled over North and South America before being shot down? Yeah, that happened. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. According to the Center for a Secure Free Society and Dialogo Americas, China has a whopping 11 satellite ground stations in Latin America, with most of the details remaining unknown. Take the Chinese Santiago satellite station in Chile, for example. It has immense collection capabilities, helping China gather data on international space expeditions and ground communications in the entire hemisphere. And in Argentina, they already have a ground radar station called the Lejano Space Station. The contract stipulates that Argentina should not interfere with or interrupt China's activities at the station. That's some tight control right there. But it doesn't stop there, folks. China is also pushing to build a naval base on the Argentine coast, near Ushuaia. Can you believe it? This could potentially be China's second overseas military base. And let's not forget about the 40 Chinese-owned or operated maritime ports in Latin America, some of which are allegedly being used for military activities. It's like China is leaving no stone unturned in its quest for intelligence dominance. Now, here's something that should really make you raise an eyebrow. China has been providing surveillance and satellite equipment to various countries in the region. They even built Bolivia's largest two ground satellites. And here's the kicker: these satellites could be equipped with back-end access devices for Beijing. Can you imagine the level of access China would have with that kind of technology? But it doesn't end there, guys. China operates at least 6 overseas police stations in Latin America, claiming that they are meant to help Chinese citizens overseas with administrative issues. But intelligence agencies have a different opinion. They believe that these stations are actually meant to spy on Chinese-born foreigners, many of whom are citizens of their new countries, and to suppress any resistance against the Chinese Communist Party regime. It's like Big Brother watching you, but on a whole new level. So, what does all of this mean for the United States? Well, let me tell you, there's a lot at stake here. Some experts may downplay the Chinese involvement in Cuba, but others argue that China's aggressive intelligence and military activities in the Western Hemisphere should warrant a strong response from the U.S. And I couldn't agree more. Dr. Evan Ellis believes that the U.S. needs to have a very strong response to this situation. We can't let China think that this is okay. If we do, they'll become even more emboldened and expand their operations in other parts of the region. And trust me, guys, we don't want that to happen. Now, here's where you come in, my awesome viewers. I want to know what you think about this issue. Do you think the U.S. should take stronger measures to counter China's intelligence activities in the Western Hemisphere? Or do you have a different perspective? Let's have a discussion in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends and family. We need to spread awareness about the potential risks we're facing. Oh, and one more thing before I go. We have a Telegram channel where we publish content without censorship. Because, you know, we can't post everything here due to censorship. So make sure to check out the link in the attached comment under this video or in our profile. You don't want to miss out on exclusive content and updates. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.